Hello, this is May and Zoe, Project 3, and so here's a demo, and we're going to explain the mechanics of our game. So in the engine class, we have basically the methods we are required: interact with keyboard, interact with string input, and inside it's the mechanics of everything for WASD movements and menu displaying. And so
Oh, WASD is the abbreviation for moving around, so it's WASD, yeah.
yeah, and any other buttons that have any actions generally, this is where it happens in one big while loop. And so, oh, it also, we have save and load functionality here. And so, yeah, if we could start by the basics and interact with string input. It basically gets the seed out first out of the whole string, assuming it starts with an N right here. And then it starts parsing the movements afterwards. And then if the string starts with an L, it will just do the same thing but not get a seed. And of course, everything should. It also does replay actually with this one right here. Quite a neat function. And so interact with keyboard is very similar to our interact with string input. It does literally the same thing, but it has its own kind of, it's in its own world. So when the game's running, menu is running, seed menu is running, etc., etc. Am I missing?
Yeah, and the lower running. Basically, to separate, this is for, we use Boolean values to distinguish every different functions of the menu.
Yes. Okay, and that explains that. In a deeper level, the engine creates one world every time it is played. In here, we have all the things we need in a world: the enemies, players, portals, like the size of it, the seed for sure. That's how we get randomness, and the tiles. So that's very nice. It's all in one neat big pile. And I think here, just to prove it, oh yeah, we also do, we remember what the player has pressed as asked in the spec. World generator. Yep, just one call of this is good enough in the engine. And yeah, this one, it just, all the functionalities in here is just adding hallways, players, enemies, etc., what the world should take care of, also whether or not the game ends or not. And yeah, here in another level is in the world generator, we create a hallway generator every time when we add hallways or add rooms, etc. So these two take care of that. And here is just merely how many hallways there are. Here is just how many rooms there are and where they are. And as for the player and the enemies and the portal, they are all under this interface game character, or in other words, like maybe something that's movable or interactable. Anyway, just all it has is a position. This is X and Y positions, adding it onto the map physically and moving it. And everything moves up, down, left, right, perfect fine, although portals don't need moving, so we just leave that blank. Positions, yeah, you need to know positions, pretty standard. Oh, this was fun. Debugging was fun for this. Need equals and a hash code, otherwise you'll get buggy results. And this one is, I re-implemented implemented a weighted directed graph that works for the game, which is basically every tile connects to another tile. So the edge list would consist of one tile that represents a bunch of tiles. And yeah, run it through AStar, the enemies start chasing you. And that's pretty much it for the implementation. We can start looking into how the game works generally. So please take it away. Thank you.
Thanks. And yeah, if you run the game, we added like after fulfilling all the required functions of the game, we actually added several fun features such as change the player type if you press P at the menu, and you can choose what kind of player, like what kind of tile you want your player to be. And in this case, I'll just choose tree and press return. And we also add this story thing. It's some background information about our game. So if you press G, and you will be reading this
beautiful story made by Zoe.
Yeah, as you can tell, it's gonna be a hard game to survive. And yeah, after you finish reading the story, you can just press H and return, and we can start a new game here. Pressing N and input your seed S. All the rooms and hallways are randomly generated by
a seed through the seed you entered.
Yeah, and we select a random spot, like in every 2 rooms, like through which a hallway will be built, and our players here. So if we, should I go up? Yeah, I should go up.
Yeah.
So the enemies are flowers, and they actually like eat the tiles while they move around.
Makes the game harder.
Yeah, and if you move your mouse onto the enemies, you can tell like which direction, like on the upper left corner of the game, you can tell which direction is it going. And this one's going down, so I move up.
And it went down. Wow.
Yeah.
You could do that for the other enemies. Down, down, left.
Yeah, and we also have a record system to record the steps taken. And the game is basically some sort of record-breaking game. So your goal is to like complete as many steps as possible before you get killed by the flowers. And these little yellow tiles are the portals. The portals, and we can actually use them. Oh, that's dangerous. To transport
randomly to another portal.
And I can do this again and again and here and again. Yeah. So if I press column and Q, that's the save function of the game. And let me start it again. And
sorry, computer's slow. Don't kill me.
Load.
It replays too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a replay.
I literally just put like 2 lines of code and it started replaying. So that was pretty fun.
So. Yeah. And what else?
You could get killed if you say if you press left or.
Oh, now I'm going to press left.
Dead.
Okay, dead. And
yeah, so as you can see, the engine was quite complicated, but it made more sense to us to do it like this. And so generally we had some issues. It takes a while for sure to implement one feature, and we were really busy at the time. So yeah, it was but now we spent a little more time after the deadline, and so we got so many cool features on, and we think, yeah, we want to show you this. Is there anything else? Yeah, you can also load again. That's cool. Reloads. I can move up. Let me save again, actually. It'll just say, yeah, it'll work the same way as you'd expect. Yeah. Overall, I think this is it. Load game.
Yes.
Yep, it goes where it gives you the steps. Everything works. Yep. So thank you for watching, and I hope you please consider us for our concerns. And that will be it. Thank you.
Thank you.